Hello. Thanks for the messages of support and the shares. I'm going to start thinking about beginning things, and that's going to go on for some time because I'm thinking that at the start of this writing manual that I'm creating, I'm going to have a section on before beginning writing, a section on not really preparation, but to do with how you think about it, how you situate yourself in relation to the page. And one of the things for me, one of the most important things is climate, and whatever I do is in that context. A while ago I drafted what is the kind of equivalent of the things that someone might say at the beginning of a public event in Australia, where they would give an acknowledgement of First People, an acknowledgement of the original inhabitants of where they are doing the event, where they're standing. And that's a politeness, it's a reparation, it's, as it says, an acknowledgement. And I think I didn't do a great job, but I did attempt to write an acknowledgement of climate, and I'm going to read that out now. I'm interested in your thoughts, whether you think it's just virtue signalling or some kind of plea for forgiveness from future generations, or you think we need something like this. It may not be that I've come up with it, that Toby's come up with it, but some way of saying that, okay, we're doing something else. I'm writing a novel, I'm writing a short story that doesn't necessarily seem to have to do with climate, but that's my awareness. I am living in these times, and when people look back from future times, they are going to look at this as a moment of decision, of indecision, and of kind of grappling for the tools that we're going to need to make things better if we possibly can. So this is the draft. I begin by acknowledging the climate and ecological emergency. Although we may speak about other things, this is our subject, this is our ground. I know that the culture into which I was born and within which many of us live is founded upon and funded by colonial and commercial exploitation of other cultures and their people, wealth and animals. We are the inheritors of stolen lands and the beneficiaries of genocide and ecocide. Given this ground, I pledge to do whatever I can toward justice, repair and revival for the earth and all its life forms. Yeah, I'm not happy with how some of that sounds or how it comes across, but whatever I'm writing and the decisions I make to write it are within this context, and I'm not going to mention it. It's something that features most of the time when I sit down to write, is a thought of, should I be doing this particular thing I'm writing? Should I be writing at all? Should I be devoting my energies towards protest, towards forming groups to protest? And I've done some of that in the past with Writers Rebel, and I've written about that in the Writer's Diary, and I've written about that elsewhere. So I am going to have a go at writing a writing manual within that context, on that ground, and that may be one of the things that makes it slightly different from those that have gone before. So whatever I'm talking about, this is in the background, this idea, and sometimes it'll come to the foreground as well. So hope to see you tomorrow, and thank you for listening.